Welcome back to a bonus episode of Ria's Streaming Vlog, where I talk about my experiences streaming and creating content on Twitch and YouTube over the past 6 years and change. Today, I want to talk about something that happened to me this past week. On my stream this past Saturday, I got hate rated on Twitch. Somewhere between 40 and 50 bot accounts with spam usernames and Nazi affiliated profile pictures started rating me in the middle of some speedrun practice. I want to assure everyone that, at least as of the time of recording this, I'm fine physically and emotionally. My channel is active. I've cleaned out most of the filth, including banning and blocking the offending account. Originally, my plan for this video was to make a tutorial about how to protect yourself from hate raids and other malicious activity, but plans changed. Later in the evening, as I briefly said hi to a friend of mine before heading back to sleep, I saw that she too had been targeted by another hate raid, this time with hundreds of bot accounts all spamming hateful and transphobic messages at massive speed. At this point, I can't be certain why we were targeted, but the preponderance of the evidence suggests that we were targeted for being transgender streamers and that we were found by trolls using the trans tag to target us. Now, despite this, I'm still super grateful to have this and other identity based tags to help assist in discoverability and perhaps partly out of spite. I am definitely going to continue to be open about my identity and use the tag. However, I do want to offer this as a precautionary tale that, as much as it pains me to say it, bigotry is alive and well, and these raiders seem to be predominantly targeting minority and marginalized communities. So, if you are part of that group, I would definitely recommend some precautionary measures that I'll talk about later in this video. I'm making this for a few reasons. Number one, I want to spread awareness of the issue. I know I don't have much of a social media presence, and there are other bigger streamers already talking about this, but having another voice, another perspective always helps. Secondly, I need a little bit of catharsis on the matter because I'm still flipping angry and I need to channel that anger and frustration into something productive. Third, for all the people that are speaking out on the issue, and I thank every one of you, I know that there are plenty more that are bullied, shamed, or threatened into silence. And it's not my place to speak to for anybody else but myself on the matter. But I know that I'm not alone, and I want to make sure that anybody who watches this knows that they're not alone either. Fourth, I'm a vindictive lady, and I want to turn this experience into something positive for my channel and to propel my own channel growth forward. The very last thing I want to do is sit in silence and let the bigots win by letting them ruin my stream and lay wreckage to the small community I built over the years. To my community, I want to say thank you for sticking with me through that debacle. And for those of you who helped clean out the filth, a special shout out. You all know who you are. And if the perpetrator of this raid is somehow watching this, then, well, I'd say go to hell, but that'd be too good for you. Now, I gotta say something to Twitch. I messaged Twitch support asking for some help in cleaning up, so I didn't have to spend a literal over an hour filing dozens of reports on individual channels, and they continued to send me cookie cutter responses, then closed my case when I said, look, I need to have some human intervention. This isn't just about follow and view botting. Now, if you're getting riled up about this and angry like I am, please don't take it on the support desk people. They're just underpaid, overworked people trying to make a living, so please, it's not their fault. Please don't go after. But to the C suite, the executives, the VPs who are making the decision not to invest in the tools and the staff necessary to help out and support your marginalized creators and communities, all y'all blockheads need to get out of your solid gold swimming pools and do better, damn it. You said last year that you were going to do better when you overhauled your community guidelines. You said you wanted to be held to account for making Twitch a safe place. And if I were grading your performance on a 100-point scale, I don't even know if I'd give you boneheads a 20. You need to do better. And yeah, that might mean that you get an $8 million bonus instead of $10 million this year. Boo flippin' who, I'll send you a copy of Mr. Krabs playing the world's saddest song on the world's smallest violin. It's sad. It's pathetic that individual creators have to go and do your job and create the tools that you won't. I know in this world, there's two tiers of support. There's a low tier for people who use support functions in official channels, and a higher tier for those who raise a PR stink about it. I wish I didn't have to do so, but apparently that's just the world we live in. Meanwhile, if you find yourself in the unfortunate predicament of being the target of these raiders, or you think that you might be the target of this raiders because you're in a marginalized community, I would recommend the following 7 steps. Number 1, if you have some trusted community members, now is the time to think about deputizing them as mods if the situation arises. Even if it's just handing out a couple swords to people whenever things get bad. It goes a long way towards avoiding disruptions in your stream when it happens, and allows you to focus on your stream and keep the attitude as positive as possible. Number 2, familiarize yourself with /followers 10M and or /emote only in your chat whenever a hate raid starts. This will lock down chat to require a user to have followed for 10 minutes, and the set command will limit chat to only posting Twitch emails. If you're particularly cautious, or you know you've been targeted in the past, you may also want to put your channel in emote only mode whenever you're offline in order to prevent trolls from acting maliciously when you're away. Number 3, if you use on screen or chat alerts, take some time to familiarize yourself with how to turn those off temporarily until the malicious raids and follows pass. Number 4, don't panic. I know it's easier said than done, but give the trolls as little reaction as you can. Don't feed. Be vigilant, address the situation, but don't give them any more reaction or satisfaction than you can avoid doing so. Number 5, when the raid is over, take some time, decompress, take a few minutes, stretch, get some water, use the restroom, calm down, reorient. I can assure you from my personal experience, any viewers that are worth having around, they will understand, they will stick around while you take a few minutes to yourself. Number 6, I would highly, highly recommend going to your dashboard, go to settings, moderation, and turn on email verification setting required to chat. Then I'd go to settings, stream, and I'd turn your raids to only allow raids from friends, teammates, and follow channels. Those 2 steps should catch a lot of the hate. And 7, if you're concerned about being a target, you may want to turn off certain identity-based tags, at least for the time being, to avoid the spotlight until or unless these jerks get reined in. I'm not going to be taking this step, but it is one to think of. And finally, remember, no matter what, just keep being awesome. By virtue of not being a total piece of filth, you're already infinitely better as a person than these loathsome scum. That's all I have for this bonus episode. Thanks all for watching. Until next time, stay hydrated, my friends.